I got to play. It's a guy that we both like.
There's one that sold for 61 on April 27th. Damn. Free shipping. Hell yeah, man.
It's not the obvious guys that win you your league.
Oh, I'm on the clock. Oh, no, I got auto picked.
Oh, there's one.
Oh, you missed your pick. People start going way off the board here.
That's a steal, baby.
I was clicking the button. This is all messed up now. How do we get so many auto picks? 2, 1.
Nailed it.
Preseason week 1. We're back on the football card quest. Steve, the eBay hitman, I'm sure he's been sniping. Can't wait to see who he's been sniping. I can't wait to hear who you guys have been selling. Plus, I want to look at the latest market activity. We got the Patriots taking on the Texans right now. We already got a couple highlight reel plays that are going down. Steve, how you doing, man? Who you been sniping? Bring me up to speed, man. Talk to me.
Man, I'm just excited. You know, we had some steam coming off of the national last week, but Andy got the bubonic plague, so we had to forego last week. So I kept some of that hype alive for tonight, and I just want to say, first and foremost, man, it was a great time, great experience for those that didn't get to go. I do recommend going next year. It was a bit overwhelming at times, but I think the most enjoying part of it, I think, is what you'll hear from a lot of people, and that's just hanging out with your boys and looking at some cards, making some deals, some trades, etc. So that was that. Regarding who I've been buying, well, you know, Trubisky.
Real quick,
right?
Your favorite card that you picked up at the National was, because I did get you on camera picking up the JMO Blue Phoenix out of 10 auto, and yeah. I know you picked up some other cards. You made some other deals. You want to give us a quick rundown on those deals, or which one was your favorite?
Yeah, sold a couple cards at trade night, and believe it or not, here's the thing: is you know, the vendors, the guys at the tables, you know, you guys kind of covered it. They're looking for the big QBs and stuff like that. But at trade night, there's a little more diversification. You know, you got some skill position guys that people are buy, selling, and trading. So I moved a few David Montgomerys with low serial number rookies. I moved some D-Hop auto rookies, and the two main cards I picked up, I didn't do a ton of buying. I was mostly just soaking up the experience, but I picked up the Jahan Dotson Teal Optic rookie ticket auto out of 99, and I picked up the Jameson Williams Phoenix auto out of 10. So those were my two big cards that I picked up, and guys, I'm pretty excited about. Not at the top of my list, but deals were too good to pass up.
Nice, man. I remember that DeAndre Hopkins auto too. It had the little signature on the field, right? It had the field in the middle of the picture. That card for Travis Kelce is insanely expensive, and D-Hop is probably out of that class, the second behind him. And for skill position player, now we got, like, you know, Geno Smith rivaling that this year, I think, just because he's a quarterback and he's going to ball out. But so since the National, Steve, the Hall of Fame game last week, we had a Dorian Thompson-Robinson had a nice little spike, and so did Izzy Abanikanda on the Jets, a backup running back there. He looked like he definitely had some juice. Tonight we got the Patriots, we got the Texans going down. Tyquan Thornton made an incredible catch from the Zap Monster. Zap Monster? Is that what I'm calling him these days? That was weird. The Zap Attack. No, I think we're calling him the Zap Attack, right? So like the Zap Attack's out there slinging it to Tyquan Thornton. CJ Stroud apparently didn't look ready. I did not catch the very beginning of the game. I've just been tracking what's going down on Twitter, the highlights. Got a big Tyquan Thornton catch. And then on the Houston side, apparently it's the Tank Dell show. Last time I checked, he had like 3 or 4 catches for 60 yards. He made this crazy touchdown catch where it was like he batted it up with one hand, and then it fell on his shoulder, and then it was like down by his leg, and apparently it never touched the ground. I might have to pull this up just temporarily to show you, but it was pretty crazy. But other than that, it's been a pretty low-scoring game. Will Anderson had a big play, which is great because he's an early first-round defensive edge rusher from Alabama. I'm really interested, Steve, I see so many guys that are make great flips on defensive players on the quest and flips of the week. I'm constantly seeing that guy Sports Card Anonymous on Twitter, and he's on YouTube too. He's making flips on defensive players. So I'm definitely interested in an early first round edge rusher from Alabama that looks like he's already gotten home like 3 or 4 times.
Funny you should mention that. You asked about a couple guys I've been buying lately, so let me just go run up the list real quick. And some of these guys,
you run up the list.
Really like the most liquid guys, but the prices on them right now are far too good to pass up on, and there will be major opportunities to move them during the season. One of them is Evan Ingram. His stuff is, I mean, absolutely dirt cheap. You'd be shocked if you looked. Another guy, I picked up a couple Jerome Fords, who's building up some steam. I know you're big on him as well. He's got a few Jahan Dotsons, not just the one at the show. I picked up some others on eBay. Tyquan Thornton. I've picked up some Tyquan Thornton over the last few weeks. Burks. I'm still buying Burks. I don't care what anybody says. He'll be just fine. I actually picked up a couple Kevin Harris cards.
Burks may even get
like to use multiple running backs, and his stuff's mega cheap. Trying to find the one that I'm
Burks. Yeah, Burks is a guy that may even get playing time in preseason. I think he's a great guy. So I was a little bummed about Jerome Ford's hamstring pull, but I mean, it's temporary. It happens a lot. Look at Joe Burrow's calf strain. Apparently, Alexander Madison and Kene Nwagnu for the Vikings tonight are already dealing with undisclosed injuries. So I'm sure it's something like that. It's just super hot and humid outside. Plus, it's very hard for them to stay hydrated properly. You know, they get dehydrated easily and cramps can happen. So it's like temporary, but those almost like lead to a good 2 weeks for you to continue to buy those guys like super cheap, because I don't know about you, Steve, but I've noticed prices going up quite a bit across the board. Guys I would think that are sleepers, I go and look for their rookie autos, and like the cheapest decent cards I can find are like $30 to $50. And I'm just like, oh man, you know, the market is buzzing right now, dude.
I watch a lot of auctions during the week, Andy, and I got to say, I'm actually pretty surprised at the prices that cards are selling for right now. There's always deals to be had, but they're not going for low. Like, I think that people are already feeling that fire for the football season to get started, because things are going for respectable prices and even maybe over comps from what I'm seeing, even in auction format. What else? Oh, I wanted to mention that, you know, your new favorite card, the premier rated rookie, I finally got one, maybe for the best price of all time, for that gentleman on the screen, Will Anderson. What do you think of this?
You got a rookie premier hollow Will Anderson?
What do you think of the price I got it for? $1.
The answer's $1, or am I supposed to guess?
No, I got it for $1.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's insane. You're going to like, oh my gosh, you're going to, you're going to like 40 or 50x your money on that. That's insane. What? 40 or 50x? That's like 4,000 or 5,000%, you know, right? I don't know. The math is too high at that point. I don't know. The price, buying it at $1, the math is too high for me to calculate how much percentage of profit you're going to make on that. You're probably going to sell it for like $40 or $50 if you flip it. I mean, the thing is, he could have such a look. If he's got the same level of breakout this year that Aiden Hutchinson had last year, he's got all the athletic ability plus, and the Texans are in a prime scenario for him to. I mean, they've got like edge rusher lore with JJ Watt, you know, so I feel there's definitely and plus you got D'Amico Ryans there as your head coach. So there's definitely a defensive minded culture around the Houston Texans. And with how good this guy is, there's a chance that could be $100 card by the end of the season. I mean, I think that card's going to have long-term value. if he has a breakout like Aiden Hutchinson, remember halfway through the season or 3/4 of the way through the season last year, Aiden Hutchinson, Sauce Gardner, those guys, rookie cards that come out right before the season started, like these kind of cards, we're selling for super premiums. I mean, it was crazy, like $50 to $100 for those premium short print cards.
Those guys rookies, like they go for at or even above other top skill position players still right now.
Yeah, Will Anderson's a total snipe right now on eBay. I mean, there was actually one I was looking here. That's really cool, Steve. I'm jealous, man. Oh, this one just ended. $2.25 for this out of 149.
That's a color match.
Yeah, it's a color match, man. It's not only a color match to the Texans, but to Alabama as well. It did look like it maybe had a couple dimples. All right. I want you to observe maybe just a little here. Let me see if I can. I'm going to blow it up right there. See right there where my mouse is? I'm going to zoom. I'm going to go back to the zoom so you can maybe see it. All right. Just a hair to the right of his arm there.
Could be. You know, the odd thing is some of these high res cards, and it's unlikely that it is in this case because he's standing still, but in some of these high res cards, you see like dirt flying, and a lot of people think that there's something on the card. But it looks like he's standing still, so I'm going to bet it's not dirt flying.
But you know what's so great about Will Anderson? Like, he is free to snipe right now. Like, you're going to be penalized if you're trying to snipe Tyquan Thornton, potentially Tank Dell. Let's go and look at so here we're in live listings. Let's just go real quick and do a sold. Okay, there's look at that. A $25, well, it's best offer time. So even if we go this one, August 5th, 1150, when these look, 1950, and that's pretty much it because that's how few of these cards are out there. But even that, I think, was already at a discount just for the fact that he's a defensive player on a not so good team heading into the season. But we know how much defenses can fluctuate from year to year. I mean, the Texans defense has playmakers at all levels. So, and now you bring in a defensive-minded coach, and this guy's extremely talented. Like, he was hands down the best edge rusher in the draft class when you looked at like expert consensus. So I think, I mean, it's crazy, Steve. Yeah,
no, for sure. And I think the key point we talked about with these particular rated rookies is, you know, people wait for Optic all season to come out for a card of this type. And there's a select few of them already out, as we know that there's only, you said, maybe about 250 of them. You know, that could end up being the most sought after, like, non-auto card of them for, you know, half a year.
Second year Tyquan Thornton. Now I am I'm happy that Tyquan Thornton is had a good catch tonight, having a nice little game, because he's got a ton of inventory being a second year rookie. So you got all this stuff, Steve. Your Phoenix napkin patches out of $2.99. Your Select napkin patches out of $1.99, going, you know, $10 for that stuff. We want all that stuff to be cleared out, unless those are your listings that you bought for like $1, you know, or so. But Tyquan Thornton needs to keep playing like this, so this stuff gets cleared out. So people are now buying $20 and $30 mid-tier rookie autos, you know?
Yeah, and, you know, the interesting thing is, you know, those before today, a lot of those were going for definitely under 10, you know, in the $5 to $7 range. Oren, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up? We got Oren in the house. I got to catch up with the chat, man. I've like totally missed it. Vibrant Taro. I got it. Vibrant Taro is such a long name, brother. I gotta leak your real name. We're gonna call you D, man. We'll call you D. I'm not gonna say your full first name,
or V,
but we'll just call you D. He's invested in Tyquan Thornton. Derek, perfect timing. Power just back on a few minutes ago. CJ Dell will be a nice late stack. Yeah, man. I am excited about that. That's good to see how the chemistry is developing there. Matt Murray, Mr. T. I got some health advice from Derek already. Game use patches. Man, that could be very salty. Very salty.
Andy, while you're doing that, I send you a private chat. I feel like it's been a minute since we shared an eBay link in the chat. So I just sent it over to you.
An eBay link from you. Where's the ringtone? I gotta have a "You Got Mail" sound effect. I just realized that, man.
Nice. Yeah,
gotta have a "You Got Mail" sound effect. Right now, I'm just happy to be here in this chair at this desk with multiple monitors and a chair to sit in. This is good stuff, man. Happy to be back in the saddle. Got late stick out there. Paul Pagoda. Look at those Bengal stripes. Matt Murray. I don't even want to know what T. Higgins, Jamar Chase stuff is. I saw an interesting tweet about Joe Mixon's. I guess they released the what do you call that? A transcript? The transcript from the I don't know, some legal report or something. Apparently, it's pretty wild.
Oh, from his
Thundering. Yeah. Shelley, Andrew Perry. All right. Let me catch up. Got Thundering out there. I hear there's a brand new Underdog fantasy tournament as well. It's called the Chihuahua number 3, right?
Chihuahua 2.
And you got to catch me up to speed. I'll pull up the spreadsheet real quick to see who's moved up or down the most in ADP over the past week. But let me pull up this snipe you sent me real quick, Steve. Let's go. What do we got here?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Hitman coming through with the heat. Oh, my gosh. Well, this one might go up a little bit. This one might go up a little bit. Wishing I hadn't shared this right now, Steve. Just joking. No, look at this. It's so to service our audio listeners out there. If anybody's listening to this on playback, obviously we'll do a draft in a little bit, but right now is the information that you really need. Little pocket right here that Steve found, a 2018 base rookie ticket auto, DJ Moore on-card rookie auto, PSA 10.
It's actually a red zone variation. they're a lot harder to tell on those, but the lettering and the rookie ticket is in red.
Oh, buddy. This is a 6 snipe. 16 minutes left, $36 currently. So, yeah, I would. What do you think this is going to go for, Steve?
87.
That's not bad. I would easily pay up to 100. I would easily pay up to $100 for this card. I'm thinking it's got between 175 and 250 type of ceiling.
Although now that we turned on a crowd of people to it, it maybe might go up.
Maybe, but it may not. They may all think that everybody's going to bid, so then nobody bids.
This, we talk about, you and Carter do your tips of the day thing. I'll say the tip of the day is this: don't ever consider yourself out on an auction because you think it's going to end too high. Just bid. I can't tell you how many times I won, and I was like, how the heck did I win that? And you can. There you go, right there. That's what they've been
180 buy it now 3 days ago. 240 buy it now for the optic silver variation. But we're talking about a similar scarcity of card here. I mean, look at even this is just the ball and left hand base one. It's only a pop of 36, 9 9s, 0 8s. So incredibly rare in and of itself. And So I was kind of
Yeah,
right with my upside, but I think that
yeah.
you could this probably got even higher upside because Nick Chubb's card like this is probably 250 to 350, you know?
The thing is there's not a lot of graded cards, and people are riding the roller coaster that is DJ Moore over the past couple of years. No one's doubting his skill level, but will the production match the expectations? I think this might be the first time they actually happen because he's got, maybe not a traditional pocket passer that's going to throw 600 times, but a guy with a cannon that's going to find him down the field early and often.
Yep. It's gonna be good, Steve. That's a fantastic snipe there. Somebody go ahead and put a bid in that. I'll check it in a little bit. Here. All right. We got okay, never mind. I'm gonna go ahead.
Oh man. Did you see the other one? The big dog, 250. Wow.
The big dog? Oh, on here, best oh wow, man. 39 entry max, 100K to first.
It costs a couple bucks to get in.
240 entrance though for the Mastiff. That's $1,000 tournament. Yes, sir. Yeah. Underdogfantasy.com is the place to do your drafting. This gets you ready for your seasonal leagues that you're going to do with your friends and family, but also gives you a chance to win a ton of money at the end of the season. And you get to draft against us. We get to see where players are being valued in the fantasy market, which is a very good indicator of how well they're going to perform on the field or how well they're projected to perform on the field. Everything's projection, right? It's all speculation. That's why it's wonderful to get some actual action from training camp and now preseason, so we can really hone in what kind of role these players are going to have on their teams. And so ADPs could be changing right now. Tank Dell could be going up. Tyquan Thornton could be going up. Bailey Zappi may now be drafted in the late rounds, Steve. I'm sure that he's had some decent sales tonight.
No, I mean there's not a lot of guys that maybe there's a question at the QB position this year, but if there was one, it's potentially the Patriots because the organization is kind of split on who they want to play, and that can go a lot of different ways. There could be a mid-season gust of one guy, and then there could be a firing of a coach. Because I honestly think that if Zappi started, there'd be a huge rift. I think it would be good for the team. I think he's a great player, but I think it's going to take like a major rift in the organization for that to happen.
Yeah, like this is pretty low, but nice. I think that's a snipe, honestly. But you can see someone's willing to stick out 150 of their money and buy this horizontally formatted rookie ticket auto. 11 out of 30 though, with an on-card rookie auto from a quarterback. I mean, that's fantastic. If Mac Jones were to get hurt and Bailey Zappi gets to go in again, I think that's what's going to really spur that type of controversy, Steve, and that could really thrust Bailey Zappi. I mean, but here's another buy now, $500 buy now for a PSA 10 teal on-card rookie ticket auto optic, PSA 10 auto 9. So maybe that affected a little bit. Auto 9, Steve. Do you think that affected it much?
Maybe. I don't think that it should, but I don't like the idea of grading the auto personally.
So if you guys got any snipes you want to post up in the chat, feel free to do so. If you got any questions, post them up in the chat. If you want us to go straight to it, the super chat is open. We're going to hop into a Chihuahua. Unfortunately, it's too much multitasking for me to keep abreast of what's going on in the game. So please, if something big happens in the games right now, somebody's going off, please let me know. We're about to hop into this Chihuahua 4 here, or Chihuahua 4. Chihuahua 2, $4 entry. And you know the great thing, Steve? For anybody that doesn't know out there, you get a 100% deposit bonus up to $100 when you use promo code Quest if you're new to UnderdogFantasy.com. That's an incredible promo. It's the best in the industry. It's instant too, so there's no slow drip, and you get to come in here, do a draft with us, and then potentially win a bunch of money at the end of the season. Now you've sharpened up your drafting skills heading into your friends and family league, and you have no season-long maintenance. There's no waiver wire, no start-sit decisions. It's called Best Ball. They optimize it for you. You can't beat it. You can't beat it, Steve. How many Best Ball drafts are you at now?
70 plus, which I want to be way higher than that, but man, life's been busy lately. So yeah, man, I want to get like 200 before the season starts.
200, and I have not done one since preseason has started. So I didn't do one last week. I was too sick, and I didn't do them. I haven't done one yet this week, trying to get everything back on track. So I'm excited. I really don't know what to expect here at the ADPs. That's insane, man. You might have to help me out a little bit. But are you ready for a countdown? You ready to hop in?
Yeah, let me get to clicking. So we'll do click enter now, and then we'll click yes on the countdown.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and click enter and get that ready. Now, I want you guys to be advised that there is a slight delay between this stream and when you want to click enter. So really, when you hear me out there, like Steve, you should probably click at the same time as me. But the people out there in the chat, whenever I say 1, because then I'm going to say go after 1. So I'll go 3, 2, 1, go. Whenever I say 2, or should I say, when I say 1, you guys need to click. Yeah. Because you gotta anticipate like a 2 to 2 second delay. Late Stick wants a whole 7-second countdown. All right. So whole 7 seconds.
Okay.
Are you ready? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh no, I
Holy
think
crap.
I got a new one.
Well, quick,
Oh, you know what? I think
one.
we're in the same one though. Maybe we all got in the same one.
Let's see.
Andy,
All right, I see
Derek,
Bush Leaguers.
Late Stick.
Derek, Shug. All right, there you are, Hitman. You're at the 1.10 and Late Stick at the 1.12. So
Okay, yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
If you're out there, if you're Reds B, Likey, Yosti Pants, Magic Eagle, Packers 100. Wait, Packers 100. Packers 100. I recognize that name, I think. Say what, Steve?
It's Brian Thundering.
Oh, that's Brian? Really?
I think so.
I thought his was Steelers something.
That's the account he was using last week. Oh, yeah.
I got you. Cool, man. So I'm at the 1.5. Yeah.
Andy, did you see the draft? Carter asked me to come on last week when I got home on his show. I think it was on Friday. Did you see what happened in the first round, or were you tuned in yet?
In the first round?
Yeah.
Was that whenever I sniped Justin Herbert from him?
No, that
not
was
in the first round, but that was the
third
same
round.
draft.
No,
I think I missed the beginning of it.
Yeah, we did a first draft before you hopped in.
Whoa. What is this, man? I'm not used to Tyreek Hill going at the 1.3. Holy crap, dude. I'm going Eckler. Screw it. Come on, Eckler, baby. We're going 22 touchdowns this year. You want to talk about Kellen Moore offense? Dude,
You know
Mike
what's
Williams,
funny?
Keenan Allen, them some old guys. Quentin Johnson's overrated. Josh Palmer's overrated. He's average. He can make an occasional 50-50 catch. It's Austin Eckler who's the man on that team. That guy's going to just smash this year, break some kind of touchdown record.
There's obviously a lot of guys that can make plays, but it's Eckler and Keenan Allen are the heartbeat of that offense.
Yeah, I know, but the problem is it's Keenan. I don't see him staying healthy, man. I don't see him staying healthy. Now, I know you're not supposed to project against that, but he's never had like a nuclear season. He's never had a season where he's been top 10. Like he's been right on the fringe a lot. You know, he puts up those 1,000 to 1,200 yard seasons with a handful of touchdowns, like 5-6 touchdowns, but he never has gotten over the hump to really, truly. And Mike Williams has done it in like, 2 to 3 game stints. Like his cards broke out pretty big back in, what was that, 2021? Wasn't last year, but it was the year before. Yeah, it was 2021. So, and he's a first round draft guy. Like he's a big body receiver, but he's had a lot of injuries now at this point, Steve. And I'm just not a believer in Quentin Johnson based after looking at his college analytics. Not like his yards per route run. Like he did pretty good in that type of category. He had a lot of opportunity. He had a lot of lucky breaks though, and he didn't have a very savvy route tree. It was very dulled down, and he got a lot of lucky breaks basically. And we know what Josh Palmer is now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we have a fair assessment. I think Herbert had his worst season per drop back last season, so I think it would be unfair to judge based on that. But I think he still gets good work this year. He won't be obviously in the mix unless somebody gets hurt, but if they get behind, he'll be out there on 4 wide receiver sets.
Yes, I do agree, and I do think he's the type of guy that you really have to – I think he's going to get a little bit better. I think he is to the point where he is so undervalued that he's basically free. Like you're getting him at the end of these drafts. His rookie ticket autos are back at $5. Like 2021 product, it's not hard to come by, especially a guy like him, 3rd round draft talents. It's like it's good enough to where he was printed in all the sets, or most sets, and all the major sets, but not good enough to where he's got like Jamar Chase numbers. But he's got probably between 3,000 and 4,000 different rookie cards, each with their own print run, and he's in all the major stuff. So a guy like him is kind of like Tyquan Thornton in a sense where you can get their stuff for days on end for super cheap right now.
And maybe that's the play, because usually that's when you can get ultra scarce cards for a great buy. And then he's in a prolific enough offense that when someone inevitably gets hurt, which will probably be Quentin Johnson or Mike Williams, then he's in there and he's starting.
Yeah, it's like taking what the market gives you. Maybe you type in 2021 Gold Prism or something like Cosmic, SSP, something like that, rookie auto, and you find something and you're like, whoa, your hair is blown back based on the scarcity and the price that it's at. Like if it was for Jamar Chase, we're talking this is like a $1,500, $2,500 card or something, and you're able to pick this up for Josh Palmer for $30, $30 to $50, something like that, and all of a sudden you do have yourself a really nice slice of exposure, and you can kind of work yourself all the way down the tiers of cards, all the way down to your base prisms, your optic hollows, and reverse engineer that formula and find yourself opportunities, but depending on your budget.
There's always a right time. Look at this. There's always a right time to buy. And I think that the term take what the market gives you, I think, is a very underutilized tactic. It's one that I use pretty much every time I'm on eBay because there are hype cycles. You talk about, the hype sheets that you put out on guys and stuff like that. It always comes back around. It's a little carousel. It always comes back around. And when your horse is up, you want to have picked him up when he was down.
Steve, I feel like I am crushing this draft right now. Because I just went Eckler, then Devonta Smith, and then completed the Philadelphia Eagles stack. The MVP winner for 2023, Jalen Hurts. I'm speaking it into existence right now. And got him at pick 29.
take it.
I like what you're doing back there too, man. CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Waddle back on the clock. Look at Bushleager started it off. He went Justin Jefferson, Josh Allen, T. Higgins.
I will take him.
Oh, yeah. The only thing better than a Devonta Smith, Jalen Hurts stack is an A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts stack. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so excited to draft, but I feel like I'm off to a really good start right now. Really, really digging this roster so far. Sniping Jalen Hurts from Derek.
There is something exciting about best ball drafting that's hard to explain.
The DJ Moore is gone.
Just under 100.
Let's see what's trending on Twitter real quick. Joe Burrow, the Chiefs. They're still showing that Tyquan Thornton catch. That's still like the top play, apparently. PFF said Joe Burrow's mentality is like a stone cold killer, man. It doesn't matter who he's playing. He expects to win. Am I auto picking right now? Whew. I had a moment there.
Oh man, that's got to be a good soundbite for. That's got to be a good soundbite for later.
92.77 for DJ Moore. That's what I was actually coming over here to see if I could find. Wait. 9 hours ago. Okay, he's out there. He's walking around. Let me see this. There's Joey B. It looks like he's in the bucket hat right there.
Vibrant Taro in the chat has something very agreeable to say. I think that is an underutilized aspect of the hobby.
Whew, just on the clock. All right. Packers goes Kelsey, Henry, Metcalf, McLaurin. Solid start. I do have to pick somebody here. Definitely want to keep the hammer down on wide receiver. I should show some more confidence in my guy, Chris Godwin there, or Mike Evans at this in this round, like in the fourth, fifth round. I mean, that's the perfect spot to take them. But you got a lot of good juicy picks here. Primarily for me, Steve, I'm looking still at wide receiver, tight end. Like I'm not opposed to taking Hawkinson here either, but I love all the wide receiver selections. Like DJ Moore's still out there. Michael Pittman's still out there. Deontay Johnson's still out there. I mean, a lot of guys we love, especially Deontay from a volume standpoint. I mean, he's going to smash. Like, is he still a guy that you smash in the fifth round consistently, Steve?
Deontay Johnson?
Yeah.
I think he's a good play. I mean, that's a guy that's got like round 3 upside that you can get almost at the end of the fifth. So, you know, take advantage of the fact that his ADP is deflated because of the lack of touchdowns last year, which is just like an absolute anomaly that may never happen again in football. But I think that's a great value right there.
Yeah, great value. Yeah, it's exactly, and this is what holds so many people back. They draft with heart or vibes, you know, based on knowledge around the volume and how efficient a player is. Man, yeah, this is an interesting pick right here. I can't believe Chris Godwin has slid this far past ADP. So is Ken Walker, man. I kind of like both of them there. I'll go ahead and take my guy. I don't know how much exposure I have to Chris Godwin. Honestly, to me, it's looking more and more like it's going to be Kyle Trask. I'm still not completely sold on him. Just from I don't know, Steve. It's something about him. I just don't know if he's quite ready to command an offense in a regular NFL season game. I feel like he's going to make mistakes. I feel like there's going to be very much of a and he's going to be on the problem is he's going to be on a short leash because Todd Bowles is on the hot seat. And so he's going to be on a short leash, and then Todd Bowles is going to be like, why don't we run more? And Dave Canales is like, we can't run more. We need to throw a little bit, especially if we give up a ton of big plays with our defense, because Todd Bowles always is bringing in an engage 8 or something, like there's some kind of massive blitz. Then, teams could run up a score on us quick, which could force our quarterback to come out and just be like, get overwhelmed or flustered because they're still rookies. They can't just immediately jump into that shotgun go mode. Kyle Trask and then Baker Mayfield. I mean, he's done it before, but I feel like he's been best when a good run game has been established. So I guess ultimately Rachaad White, like, this is a do or die year for him. Like, I think a lot of people are going to hang their hat on this season for Rachaad White. Like, this is a big season for him.
Yeah, no, I actually originally wasn't too high on him, but I think with the line being healthy, I think he's actually going to be much better than people anticipate.
Yeah, but the line might be healthy, but we've lost a lot of pieces to it, man. We got a couple good guys. We got a good center in Ryan Jensen, and he's healthy, and then we've got Tristan Wirfs. Outside of that, it's a bunch of no-name guys. Unfortunately, we've lost Ali Marpet. We lost Alex Kappa. We lost Shaq Mason already. We lost Donovan Smith in the offseason. I mean, the line probably is going to be ranked in the bottom third of the league. But, there's good pieces. Like Tristan Wirfs is a beast. So, I don't know. Run behind him every play, I
heard that they moved him on the line, which if they did, that's probably not a good thing.
They did move him. You're right. No, you're absolutely right. They did move him 100%. They moved him.
It doesn't make sense to me. You would take a guy that's arguably the best or second best lineman in the league and just change his position, like somewhere he's been playing his whole career.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's why I have more or less devalued Chris Godwin and Mike Evans throughout this offseason process. But I'm not going to devalue him that much.
No, I mean those guys are far too good to not warrant being the ball thrown to them.
Yeah, with the right quarterback, that could rival for the most production in the league at the wide receiver position. So yeah, I can't let them go to the 6th, 7th round just because they have a bad quarterback and questionable offensive scheme this year.
Right. I mean, would you not draft Terry McLaurin because he didn't have a good quarterback the past few years, or would you not draft Brandon Cooks the past couple of years because he had a bad quarterback? Or there's plenty of examples.
Exactly. And I'm drafting him because he's played with pretty much the whole run of the mill when it comes to quarterbacks. Oh man, this is an interesting decision here. Dalvin Cook is still out there. I think I am going to go with Brandon Cooks here. I also like, bringing Cowboys players back with Eagles players. So you get multiple games out of those stacks and bringbacks this season, like high profile games too, where they can very easily turn into shootouts.
Oh, shit. Javonte is off the board.
my man Dexflow Toys. Yeah, He left behind a legacy. He made an imprint on the content creation community and football card community. And so, yeah, I am very thankful that he reached out to me, inspired me. James got a snipe for us, man. 7 minutes under $20. Jamar Chase, rated rookie, optic preview, red, green, PS. What? Let's go. All right. Can I just copy and paste this? I have to type it in, but let's pull that up on the screen. Where's my here, let's see. Let me know if my pick is coming up, Steve.
You got it. Oh, I just saw my list shrink and got scared.
Preview.
Well,
You say it was a PSA 9? All right. What's going on over there, Steve?
got my QB. Got my QB.
It looks like you helped Derek. He's excited about it.
Whoa. That optic preview purple went for $19.
You know,
That
Jamar
is-
Chase is.
That is unbelievable.
For some reason, Jamar Chase's optic uncommon parallel cards do not have that good of a resale value. And I think I presented this question on here a few weeks ago, Steve, and I was like, are these optic hollows and optic colored variations, non-serial numbered cards for Jamar Chase ever going to get raw to like that $40 to $50 range like Justin Jefferson's are? Or did they increase the print run too much, especially with Jamar Chase being in that early round, first round draft pick, for those to ever get there? Like, is it a supply issue with these cards, and that's why they're not going up?
Or
It's got to be.
Or is it that his mid to higher end stuff is still achievable, so people haven't been picking their way down the vine yet? Because equivalent cards of Justin Jefferson are going to be exponentially more. I think that might be more to do with it than the print run.
Yeah, and he hasn't. To be fair to his production, his performance, he hasn't had the quality of seasons that Justin Jefferson has had yet. But we've seen streaks of it, and he's been in massive championship games already. So there's all that success with him being Joe Burrow's boy, going back to LSU 2019 in this, you know. And that's obviously that's not driving his prices up enough, especially on this more common stuff, as like Justin Jefferson. Plus, Justin Jefferson, I think you mentioned this, Steve, has got like an extra year of elite wide receiver one success under his belt.
Right.
That's an extra year of demand of people buying cards and stashing them in their collections and not reselling them, therefore depleting the supply of available cards.
Speaking of that, Andy, not to cut you short there, but I had a link I've been wanting to share, and since you're talking to Justin Jefferson, check your private chat. Maybe we can share that with the community if it's something they're interested in. I know you and I are both big on this insert set, and I know we're big on this player.
I did auto pick Burks. Sorry. Another snipe from Steve. It's a J Jets.
You might want to make your pick first, though. I know Derek will scold me for reminding you.
Oh, yeah, I'm up too, man. Thank you, bro. I think this guy right here is why Aaron Jones is going so much later than he is. There's just people are really questionable about the overall offensive efficiency and how well they're going to be able to, sustain drives and have red zone opportunities. Plus, you have AJ Dillon. It's like, yeah, I mean, AJ Dillon's a stud. He can do it all. It's we've never seen him get the full workload, or when we have, like the games that we have, he's done well with it. And he's also shown the ability to really be a good receiver too. So, yeah, I think that's what's kind of holding Aaron Jones down. It's just a true kind of 50-50 split there. Plus, Aaron Jones is going to be like 29, 30 this year. I mean, he's not a spring chicken anymore, man. This is basically the kind of the sunset of his career now. He has taken good care of himself overall, Steve. So there is that. Like, Aaron Jones can smash, The
wild thing, though, about him is his production has not fallen off at all. You know what I mean? He hasn't let age affect his draftability.
No, he really hasn't. So this is a rookie Justin Jefferson elite turn of the century. Man, great card here. This is definitely an opportunity. A card like this for mere mortals for 2020. If we were to look at like Brandon Ayuk, for example, that's probably a $30 to $40 card. When you say, Steve?
For Brandon Ayuk, sorry, I was taking my pick. What did you say?
Yeah, for this card for Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins. Well, T. Higgins, I think he's going to be more, but think of like a wide receiver one on their team, like Brandon Ayuk. This is going to be probably a $30 to $40 card.
Ayuk and T. Higgins prices, believe it or not, have gone way up. So I don't want to over forecast it, but I'd even be willing to say 60 to 80 probably.
All right.
No Higgins,
auto pick here.
Even like optic hollows, you used to be able to get like a 10 for like $30. They're like in the 60 to 80 and up range now.
Everybody. Was not auto pick. Last second took Damian Harris with the Buffalo Bills. The James Cook. Where did James Cooks go? Because he's been having a great camp. Looks like his role is going to be very healthy. He's been getting a lot of good press. And he was a guy that I wrote up 2 months ago, and I've noticed that his prices have gone up. So I hope you guys did get in on some James Cook earlier in the offseason. Where did he go, Steve? There he is, 89. So a full 2 rounds before Damian Harris in the 8th round. So still some potential value there. He could probably even rise some more. The problem is you got guys with bigger roles, ambiguous offenses, or it's ambiguous offense with at least a 50% role, like David Montgomery. Good offense, 50% role, give or take. Jahmyr Gibbs. Where does Gibbs go? 4th round?
30-something. 34, I think.
So you have all your...
his ADP was like in the mid-30s, I think.
Matt's saying Ayuk turn of the century goes 20 to 25, so even I overestimated. I mean, yeah, I was going to say, like, elite turn of the century, it's like a mid-tier card. I would put it even maybe... It's above XR, but they really modified the design a lot in 2021, 2022 for it. It looks a lot better, but That one specifically, I mean, it's like a paper cardstock card with the foil finish, so it's like a pseudo chrome card. It doesn't quite have the thickness that a optic or a prism or a select or a mosaic has. So it's not a true chrome card. So I still value those cards over that one. But they've got some pretty cards, and that does have a rookie auto. It is serial numbered.
I was trying to pull it up, but there must be some heavy traffic on 130 point. It is not loading.
Man, I really shouldn't have gone. All right, I'm going to go Cole Kmet here. What was his? Yeah. End up going Cole Kmet there. Let's see how everybody's doing. Justin Jefferson, Bush Leaguers, 1.1, Josh Allen, T. Higgins, DeAndre Hopkins. Then he gets Aaron Jones in the fifth. I know he was pumped about that. 72. Back around at the end of the sixth, he goes Dallas Goedert, DeAndre Swift. Feels like Dallas Goedert, Darren Waller. I'm surprised that Darren Waller is going in the sixth. That's got to be value still, Steve. Wouldn't you say?
I have my reservations. Not that I don't think the offense will be good, but we talk often about like people label Keenan Allen as injury prone when he's basically been flawless his whole career until this past season. But I mean, how many games has Waller missed and no one's going to put that stigma on him? I don't think I've drafted him once, to be 100% honest with you.
Wow. Well, I mean, but he's got the talent and the efficiency that if he's healthy all season long, it could burn you. If you have no exposure to Waller, that's my one regret I have from the show. I remember finding with Oren, I think. I was with Oren, and I found or maybe he found it, but he showed it to me, and I was close. Or I can't remember. Maybe you were with me, Steve. It was a rookie ticket auto, 2015 rookie ticket auto, Darren Waller, SGC 10 grade, 10 auto for $100, and probably could have made the cash offer for 80.
I remember that.
I should have got that one, but clearly you didn't help talk me into it because you're not you have no exposure to Waller and no interest in Waller, which is fine.
Not in best
I get
ball.
it. He's in the same bucket. You got to throw him in the Keenan Allen, Mike Williams bucket. I get it, man.
Let's see here. I'm trying to see these T. Higgins. So the T. Higgins, I don't think is a good comparison on these turn of the centuries. The T. Higgins Pro Uniform one, it looks like comes out of Chronicles, not Elite. The one that comes out of Elite has a college uniform. So let me see Ayuk maybe. Okay. Yeah, Ayuk's got some catching up to do. Yeah, he's at about $25 to $30, it looks like. These are... Yeah, no, that's a great... I think that makes for a good buying opportunity, honestly. But if you can find the T. Higgins Pro Uniform ones, those should be picked up. There's only... Between both of them, there's only 6 or 7 recent sales.
That's good to know, man. That is the critical information that the people need to know. Matt Murray said Higgins' turn of the century goes for 35 to 40. As the other game been going? Started at, or no, was it a West Coast game? Yeah, it's in Seattle, so it may be starting like right now. Let me see real quick. Baker's trending. CJ Stroud. Oh, Gino was out there. No, wait, this is a old clip.
Game's about to start. Andy, off the top of your head, if you had to guess.
Oh, that's why.
You're up, by the way.
Not a good start for CJ Stroud. His second pass of the game, he was picked off.
Yeah, he got yanked.
Bears running back, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, it's like for a few more dollars, have a rookie ticket. Yeah, but if you go look at what the T. Higgins rookie tickets have gone to, they're a lot more than a few dollars more now. Maybe the Ayuks are closer, but T's have gone up. I remember, Andy, when they were about a $25, $30 card.
Yeah, you were buying them up, weren't you?
Yeah, I got a pretty decent stack of T. Higgins. I think I've just been waiting for that breakout. It's inevitable. He's got a great connection with Burrow. Brian taking the KJ, guy that I really like.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Oh, there's that PSA 9 Jamar Chase at 34. I mean, that's that value. It's just those previews, even though they're rare, they're not super popular. They just haven't caught up in popularity. You know?
Which I don't really understand.
The optic previews.
Ticket auto teal for $45. Dang, dude. Very nice.
Nice. That's an incredible snipe. Let's go, Matt. Let's go, Matt. Yeah, a lot of Bowman U first stuff here for Will Anderson. Not really. See, so like he's already got, I mean, look at pretty much a full page of different cards on ComC. So that's the case. You got all this Bowman Few first stuff. I really do want to start looking at pro. That's why that optic rated rookie college did not go for much, because there's already a ton of college stuff out for him. So really, I guess it's going to come down to like a pro uniform RPAs or super rare stuff, or the rookie premier hollow, something like this. I'm in for this at $10 though. Like at the price point's right, I'm in for a rookie auto. Now this one, Steve, it drives me nuts, but Legacy did do some of this year where there's no RC shield. It's just this one insert. It's this under the lights insert, has no RC shield. Kind of drives me nuts, man. I hate it when they do that.
I don't like it. I don't know. Even if it said rookie or something on the card, right? I mean, the RC shield is what you want, but yeah, that's a shame. It's not like a full off detractor, but there's going to be a few people that'll look the other way.
Yeah. Packers going Dawson Knox in the 14th. Our man Brian going. Let's see. I had to make my pick first. Here in the 14th now. Whoops. Let's get back over here. Okay. Not one of there. I do need some kind of secondary quarterback, but I don't have to take him yet. You get such a deep like quarterback run. I'll take a Josh Palmer. I'll add him in. I really don't need any more wide receivers at this point. Getting 7, got a really good quad core. Got a really actually good 6 wide receivers that I feel good about. So when I think when you have that much quality depth at one position, you really don't need to worry about it. It's like quarterback, running back, tight end.
I think I went with Derek's been teaching me the 0 RB strat. I don't think I went quite 0 RB. I went like 0.5 RB, if that's a thing. Not quite 0 RB, but somewhere in between, where I went really heavy on the wideouts, and then just going to lay it on thick at the running back position, and just hope one of the guys goes off every week.
There you go.
Derek picked up Gainwell. Gainwell's had some positive news today. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that. What was the news?
They were just talking him up. They almost made it sound like he could be in the mix for a prominent role, not just a backup.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. That was one of my favorite pickups at the show. At the end of the show, I picked up a National Treasures Kenneth Gainwell out of 99 with the on-card rookie auto and the RPA. It was like, probably the cheapest RPA, or probably cheapest National Treasures RPA that guy had in his case. I think I got it for like $40, and I was like, all right. Nice. That's a solid week 17 stack right there. I think you could even throw Michael Wilson in that super late, Derek, because of how he's a rookie and he could come on really strong towards the end of the season. I like Michael Wilson. Have you looked into Michael Wilson at all, Steve?
Not a ton, but I have seen quite a few people that are touting him as a great late pickup, because there's not a lot of people that are in on him just yet.
Yeah. And do you think Kareem Hunt's going to have any role with the Saints? I just boosted up his ADP.
He hasn't signed anywhere yet, actually.
Kareem Hunt? That was just rumors, or is just speculation?
There was some false news that came out that he had signed, and he actually left for Indianapolis, who apparently had offered him more money, and then he didn't sign there either. So, not to say that he won't sign, but it doesn't look like anything's imminent.
Interesting. All right, I'm going to pull this up. This snipe you just sent, Steve. I'm going to pull this one up, and I'll be right back, man. I'm going to let you run the show for a minute here, and I'll be right back, okay? He's taking away, man. Talk about this listing. Tell us
so
what we got here.
I sent Andy this. We're talking turn of the century here, and we're talking Jalen Hurts auto out of 149. Not the lowest of serial numbers, but you're talking about a Jalen Hurts rookie with a serial number, something that's going to fetch a nice dollar amount. I'm curious to see what you guys think about that and where you think that card might finish. Where do you guys think that card finishes dollar-wise?
Is it a rookie? Steve, can you hear me?
Leave Wilson alone. This thing's at 206 right now. It ends tomorrow afternoon, which is a great time if you're looking to pick it up below average price, $325. I don't have any comps in front of me to compare to, but I think if you can get a Jalen Hurts serial numbered auto of a guy that could be the league MVP and maybe make it back to a Super Bowl next year, I think that seems like a great buy. If you look at comps for Burrow and Herbert, I'd be willing to bet they're in the 400 or 500 or even higher range. So if you can get it, anything above like 280 or below, it's a steal.
Hell yeah. I would be willing to say anything below $400 is a steal. I don't know. Maybe that's a little too steep.
Let me see.
With it being
Let me see if I can find. See if I can find
I think anything under $300 is a great investment on this,
So
or
that-
$300 to $400. I mean,
out of 149. Interesting.
I mean, he's a big boy now.
I'm actually surprised, Andy. The two most recent sales were about 225 on that. I think that leaves a lot. That leaves a lot of room to grow, honestly.
Yeah.
So let's look up Justin Herbert for comparison.
Oh man, I'm so disgusted. I got auto picked here at Hunter Renfro. That is disgusting. Not good. Not good.
Find the Herberts out of 25. Let's try Burrow.
I like the plates and patches, Hurts and Burrow.
Interesting. The only Burrows coming up are in LSU uniforms. But I honestly think that there's no recent sales because why the hell would you want to sell that card?
Carter's had that card before. Yeah, they've got it in Bengals uniform.
Yeah.
We're talking plates and patches here, right?
Turn of the century.
Oh, I thought we were talking plates and patches now. $500 OBO best offer out of 30. Yeah, that's very interesting. $399, 2 out of 75. No, his old jersey number was number 2. He's number 1 now.
Ooh, what was that one?
I was popping over to the sold to see what upper echelon out of 30, 320. Wow. I honestly didn't know you could get into some of these mid to lower tier rookie Jalen Hurts autos for this cheap. Maybe a little dip in his market right now. Also, I mean, look at the quantity is really not much, one a day, so you kind of have to get lucky, and that's why it's so important to save searches and stay on top of what is coming out, you know, because it might be a factor that a lot of people are assuming that his stuff is out of reach, and they're not actively searching it and buying it.
I mean, here's the thing: is there's more rookie cards for guys than maybe ever before. But if you've got autos of QBs, the top guys, obviously, some people may be more inclined to hold them. But there's still quite a sizable gap between Hurts and the other guys above him. So that does present a good buying opportunity.
Oh man, dadgummit! What? How many rounds do we have left? I got auto picked again, Steve.
What are you doing?
I'm kind of stumbling to the finish line here, man.
Stick, grab my guy.
Trey McBride, final round.
Yeah,
Arizona tight end 1.
That's where I was going.
So last Hurts plates and patches purple out of 30 went for 320. Here you've got a Justin Herbert out of 50 that went for 599. Now this is a PSA 8. So yeah, okay, that's comparable because it's basically raw. Yeah, so that is egregious. I'm sorry. That is egregious. Jalen Hurts has still got value upside. That is a plus EV play. Your expected value in return when you buy that Jalen Hurts at that price is high. The ceiling is Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert from 2020. You know, the true football card market ceiling is Patrick Mahomes. But if you want a better look at just, you know, same year, roughly the same amount of product printed kind of thing, that's crazy, man. That 320, that was a total snipe.
I think just the elite QB prices are trending in the right direction. I don't know about you, Andy, but we've been talking about this for about a year and a half at least now. But if you if you go to your Target, Walmart, whatever, at least in this area, there's just not any football product. But you can find baseball, you can find basketball. There's basketball optic, Andy. There's basketball select blasters, but no football.
No football. Yeah, it's the same at mine. I haven't checked in a couple weeks, but
Andy, we were talking about the national. Yeah. What kind of cards would you say you saw at trade night?
A lot of football, brother. A lot of football.
Almost all football. I would say 80%, maybe more.
Yeah, 80%. I'd give it a good 80%. I wouldn't go higher than 80%.
Younger buyers, the younger guys that are coming up in the hobby and are flipping or collecting and flipping, they're all buying football. Retail football is trash. Yes and no. Yes and no.
I mean, we're doing a box break next weekend of Legacy. I like Legacy, but it's not retail. I kind of tend to agree with that until it comes to Prism and Optic. But Steve, would you not agree that your hit rates are lower when you're buying retail?
I think that's provable in most instances, but in some instances there are retail exclusive parallels. So there is a bit of a trade-off. But for example, Select. In Select, you're not able to get the field levels, right, Andy?
So, Select draft picks or Select from 2022?
2022. I know that there are limitations to some of the cases on the retail product, and you're actually not able to get
hobby only
gold out of 10s, I believe. I think that was another limitation as well. Don't quote me on that, but I do remember reading that.
Matt coming in with the epic quest snipe here.
Love
buying a
to hear it, man. Beautiful.
Jalen Hurts plates and patches, orange out of 50 before, $100 raw, $400 before. Yeah, Steve, that's incredible flip there from Matt. But I did auto pick 4 times in this draft, which is unlike me. So clearly I'm still getting back together. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show. But Steve, it's been a great night. I'm going to go catch a little bit of this preseason game and fall flat on my face asleep because I feel like my brain is absolutely cooked.
And he's overextending himself after a week of being locked up in his room. So we'll let him get some cold medicine in him and get some water in him. Let him watch some football. If anybody's in the Discord that maybe wants to do a draft in 5 or 10 minutes, I probably will do another 1 or 2 drafts. So shoot me a message and do some draft.
No, that's what I was gonna say. We're gonna I am gonna hop into Discord, start up a stage event. All right, in the Discord server. So for any of our premium members, any of the Discord members out there, we're gonna go do an extra draft, a little bit one more draft over there in the Discord server. So anybody wants to join us there, feel free to. It's pretty cool format where you have a live chat. You don't have to feel obligated to come up on stage and talk. You actually have to go through a process to do that. You raise your hand and stuff, but it's cool. So we'll do that over there.
Are you gonna jump in?
You can continue drafting all night long, Steve. Yeah, I think I might do one with you. I'm gonna at least come in and chop it up. I might help you draft your own team, seeing how I auto pick so much. That way I can talk and commentate and pull up snipes while we help you draft an ultimate team.
Yeah, and you know what? You can take a load off. You don't have to worry about watching the chat and the soundboard and eBay and all these different tabs. We can just low key hop in the Discord, do a quick draft, and it'll just be casual, but also trying to win. Yeah.
No, it was a good time. Appreciate everybody that tuned in, engaged. You guys are awesome. Definitely want to leave us a comment. Let us know, did you buy any cards throughout this live stream? Did you buy any cards from the action you saw tonight, whether it was Taekwon? What about what's going on now? I mean, if you're just catching this, definitely leave us a comment with any questions you have or anything that you are buying during this live stream. We really want to know, seriously.
I got one thing to add, Andy, before we log off here. Quick story, take about 2 minutes. So we talked about this. I had been waiting for a Panini redemption for Jalen Hurts XRC. As you know, that redemption came out at the end of 2020 or end of 2019, beginning of 2020. At the National, I finally went up to the Panini booth, talked to a rep. The rep cut the line for me, moved the rope, sent me right to the front, so I got to skip the line. Talked to a young lady. She was very helpful, assured me that not only would the card get to me soon, but she would pull it herself when she got back to headquarters and send it to me immediately. I did get a notification 2 days later that my card was sent, and I have a package right here. So I haven't opened it yet, but since I'm telling the story at the last minute, we'll open it at the beginning of next week's show.
Nice. There you go, guys. Tune in next week so you can see what Steve got. Let's go, baby. All right.
You guys in the Discord. Good night, everybody.